Mythic Squad, the People's Guild. A passion for making monsters can't be killed. We breed the best pets, learn a lot, no regrets. Join us in creating excellence. Purple on our back, Mythic Squad on the chest. It's the Mythic Squad. It's Mythic Squad.
Okay, here we go. Konnichiwa, kamusta, komosta, privyet, ciao, hola, ni hao, anaseo. What's up, good morning, and hola.
What's up, Ogre?
What up, brother? How you doing this morning?
Oh, man. Feeling grizzly, just waiting for the co-host, but thanks for hopping on, pinch hitting for our boy.
No worries, man. Stuff happens all the time. So I
holiday in Italy, and he forgot to tell me that he wasn't going to hop on. I mean, communication is our best strength here at the Mythic Squad.
No worries. Too easy, man.
I mean, so welcome, Ogre. I think this is the first time you've came on our morning show, which is pretty much our easiest going show that we do. A little less organized, if you could believe that much.
Yeah, I usually try to avoid doing anything like significant this early in the morning. I like waking up and fully coming around first and starting my day.
I feel you. But I mean, with so much happening in the kingdom right now, it's hard to step away. I think that we saw a new high for the year last night while I was sleeping of 80 cents per jewel, which is huge.
Yeah.
And I think here's my quote that I was trying to share yesterday. We're going to share it real quick.
Okay.
It's going to take over the screen for a minute, but it's all good. My last reckless speculation. Let's see. Jewel hits $1 in December.
You're really proud of that, huh? It's like
the
7th time I've seen you mention it in 2 days.
It's reckless. It's speculation, and it's so close. We're like more at one point we were 20% away from that happening. So yeah, I mean, you got to celebrate your wins, or else who's gonna do it? You know.
True story.
Everybody celebrate for you. And if I didn't remind everybody, I almost guarantee people forget. So there was other reckless speculation that got brought up on that call too. And it sounds like Too Honest is going to be right. A new Void Hunt coming soon. So shout out to Too Honest. And then there were some other ones that we'll see how that goes. But yeah, such an interesting time. We're seeing so many new faces within the community, so many old faces rolling back, and definitely a lot more bullish sentiment from the team's tone overall in the AMA was one of my biggest takeaways, aside from what they said. I mean, it's one of those things where like you could hear it in their voice at times where things were rough, and you could hear it their voice when they've always been tired. They've always got a lot of stuff going on, more power to them. But that's not the way it sounds now. It sounds, they sound happy. They're like, look, we made it. We did it. And that's kind of so encouraging too, because their version of we made it, we did it isn't, hey, we released the whole game, isn't, hey, we have a final product for you, we're announcing new chains or an exponential amount of money. It's like, we made it through the bear. Now we're entering the bull. The hooves are hitting the floor harder and harder, louder and louder, in more places than they had before. And now we got influencers coming out of the woodworks that before weren't so bullish on DeFi. Even, I won't even say their names, but there were some that champion DeFi today that didn't necessarily champion it before.
Yeah,
And I think
definitely.
it's pretty meaningful to hear energy that you have for something being amplified through so many others. That's just my take.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of big influencers that were in and around when it was working, but I mean, just because of their brand, they walked away with the FUD and were like, "Who?" And I've done that with games also. When there's a significant amount of FUD, you never, I mean, you can't easily identify like what is true and what is not. So it's easiest just to kind of step back, let it settle itself out, and see what happens. And I think a lot of them have done just exactly that. And they sat back and they watched and they saw the community kind of dwindle and hang out. And a lot of us hang tough and stay strong. And now they're seeing the team, but it wasn't the rug pull that a lot of people claimed it was. They're still here. They're still building. And now that we're back in the bull run, a lot of people are recognizing that. And I think a lot of people are reaching out to the team to like partner up. And we're seeing that in like tweets and stuff like that. There's just all sorts of partnership announcements coming out. And I think that's probably part of the team's excitement, is that there's probably a lot of stuff we don't know about yet coming in the next few months. And there's probably some things that are like really big in there, and they're just super stoked about it. So I'm excited to find out what it is that's got them so riled up, because I think it's more than just surviving the bear market. You know what I mean? Like there's a little palpable energy there that seems like there's even more going on.
Well, I spot on. I mean, we're close to people within DeFiKingdoms team too, and the things that they say are encouraging, even when they can't tell you everything. It's just like I said, you don't always have to hear what people are saying to hear the energy that they have behind it or the enthusiasm. There's the fact that they just kept building and building, they're expanding their team. It's like they had to have known this was coming, or else at least wanted to position themselves well for when it did. And I think so far they've done that. I'm excited to see what other alternative partnerships they have. Even the Mythic Squad has some things in the work with DeFiKingdoms that we'll get to see early on next year. And I'm sure they have other things going on with other teams and guilds as well as other streamers. But I mean, I'm just happy to be at the table, to be honest. That's like one of the things that you'd always dream. When I got in the game with Mosh and Beeve years back, they were in it before I was. I came in the week after the Perilous Journey, so unfortunately I missed that. But it hasn't kept me from having some PJ heroes of my own, I'll tell you that. But when I came in, all I've been in here for is a slide with hope, like a slide with hope that maybe I'll see some ups. And this is the real first up I've felt while being in the ecosystem. And I haven't had during the first slide, during many times my strategy changed. But one thing remained constant, and that's how we were going to play the game. That meaning our strategies around summoning. And if
I like you said that, because I mean, everybody plays the game differently. And I think, part of the game to me is trying to figure out the hints and read between the lines of what the team is saying, so I can figure out what they're doing and then try to act accordingly and kind of just speculate on my own. Mind you, that is a 100% reckless speculation. So it's not something I'm going to share, because a high percentage of the time I'm not correct. But every now and then, like KP said last night, there's some times where it's like I can almost see what they're doing without anybody saying it, just because of the way they're moving and what they're saying and what they've done in the past, and just watching them progress over the past 2+ years, and how they build it incrementally and what they're doing. So I don't know. I'm super excited for the future, and I think there's going to be a lot of winning going on next year.
Man, I mean, Ogre, the Mythic Squad team as a whole is growing at just a rate that I had never anticipated. And I'm talking about the Mythic Squad. Step aside from DeFiKingdoms for a second. Look at our guild. I mean, we just kind of fumbled around. I remember opening the Discord for the first time, not knowing a lick of nothing of what I was doing. And I mean, we still mess up on things. There's channels in there. I need to do a run through to make sure what should be public is public. I'm confident that they aren't all. Found out last night that a couple of them weren't public, and I rectified that. But we're still learning. So like, we're still going to be learning throughout the bear market. We've got plans as a squad to come out with things, that aren't, I guess maybe they are typical. We want to create some things that are different. But our how we're going to bring ourselves to the community might be a little bit different as we start to integrate with different interfaces and explore what's really going to generate enough interest in DeFiKingdoms. I mean, that's kind of been this whole thing, is like, we had to promote DeFiKingdoms more than we were promoting the Mythic Squad, because there wouldn't have been a Mythic Squad without DeFiKingdoms. So in that respect, now we kind of get to take a little bit of time to focus on the guild, the people within the guild. And, like tonight, that's one of the biggest themes, and why our Wolf Pack meeting, for all those people that are Mythics, that rep the Mythic Squad, you've got access to the pack meeting tonight, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, inside the pack chat voice channel. And it's a round table, so people can voice their opinions. If there's things that they want to see, or things they want to change, it's a great place to explore that. And it's a good place to introduce people to the game in the way that we play. And more exclusive stuff is coming. We know firsthand, like,
the game is so complicated. You need a mentor. You need someone to guide you at this point, right? I mean, when it gets to the point where we have like a massive PvP, and there's just all sorts of PvP going on, well then, yeah, people might just be able to be like, okay, these little stats I need. I want to build a team with these 3 heroes, and that's all they need. And then they just become a consumer in the ecosystem, buying heroes and playing the game, and maybe winning tournaments or something like that, and earning in that way. But yeah, there's a lot coming. There's a lot going on. I'm just super excited. It's like, we are growing hugely, so we're gonna have to get a little bit more organized. Y'all are gonna see some changes in the Discord as we kind of take this fun and happy DFK family to the next level.
Yeah, still fun, more happy.
Definitely.
So many things coming out right now. Like I said, yesterday we already hit it all about the AMA multiple times. They've got the new hunts coming soon. Crystal's now deflationary. They posted that. Dreamer had a post in X, FKA Twitter, about Jewel, that if you have the opportunity, go search Dreamer and repost it. The big reminder to not buy Jewel on AVAX.
Nope.
We've got new.
That actually just got fixed with an announcement today. They said they were going to work on it, and bam, 24 hours later, they got a solution. Go to Trader Joe if you want to buy Jewel on AVAX and bridge it over. Go to Trader Joe. There is a USDC Jewel pair. Make sure you use that USDC Jewel pair if you're kind of doing that. If you're unsure and it kind of makes you a little nervous, just get AVAX, right, and bridge it over. That will get you in just as easily. But it is possible now. They already fixed it in less than 24 hours. So worthy of saying. There's an announcement in the Discord channel, or in the DFK Discord, which I believe takes you right to the pair to make sure you don't accidentally get the wrong one. And by the way, morning Zan, Philly Chino, and yeah, totally with you. Like, the way you play this game has to change. You have to adapt and roll with the updates and the changes, because that's how you succeed. If you take one strategy and you keep rolling with it, there's a good chance that at certain times that strategy is not going to work, right? It might kick back in 3 or 6 months later to where it works again, but there'll be periods of time where you got to shift your strategy. This is a very quickly evolving space, and you got to be able to shift with it.
I've still got pets listed that I absolutely need to modify. They're never going to sell at the prices that maybe they will, who knows.
You never know.
Crystal's seeing a pump now. Crystal is at 3 cents. So I luckily, I picked up a couple thousand Crystal yesterday before the little pump. So that was awesome. And Jewel still being at 60 cents. 60. Jewel being at 75 cents. That's so weird to say. So refreshing. And I'm refreshingly uncomfortable.
Oh, let me check it now. Yeah, we're down at 56 cents right now.
Eat my butt.
Man, that's what happens. It moons, and then we talk about it, and some whales out there that aren't paying attention go, oh, damn, capture gains, and they dump a little bit. That's all right. It's called consolidation. You can't go up and to the right forever. You've got to come down a little bit, consolidate, but the momentum is still here. It's not like we're going to tank all the way back down to 12 cents, right?
Yeah,
Unless
I mean, anybody that sees it at 12 cents, I bet you with that being said, oh my goodness. Yeah, it just went from 61 cents to 67 cents in the blink of an eye. So
Wait,
it's highly volatile.
You're seeing 67 cents?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that? Because I'm seeing 57.28 cents.
Let's check again.
Dex, the Dex screener.
Yeah, 68.77 now.
Sounds like, where are you checking that?
In our bot in the Discord server.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll show you.
All right, then if that's the case, I want to know where Dex screener's coming from, because there's a deal in arbitrage to be had right now. It's like 10 cents off. Wait, you said it's 60 what?
Right here, 68.43.
Yeah, I'm seeing 58.69 on Dex screener. So if anybody can figure out what Dex or what Dex is that Dex screener is pulling from, there's a 10-cent arbitrage deal out there for you.
Yeah, 68 right there. And then let's see, on ADFK, theirs is 58 cents.
See?
I swear that was 68 cents just a second ago.
It was.
There, 58 again. Did you see 61, 68? It's moving.
They might also be updating. It might not be moving right now, because they did say that there was like the way that it's being accounted in a few of the different dexes like doesn't properly. But then again, that was market cap and total circulating that they were talking about, not necessarily price feeds. If they just got a new pool LP set up today on Avalanche, solid chance that pool is going to attract some interest from the Avalanche community, and it may not be getting tracked yet, or it may be in the process of getting integrated in tracking. So that might be why we're seeing wonky readings that are different depending upon where you're looking.
Yeah, well, now I've got something to keep my left eye on while I'm working all day. Fantastic. Thank God it's Friday.
Doing a test. Right? I am
2 minutes though, right, and I want to give you some time to talk about tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you're interested, if you want to hear anything, Ogre's hosting an AMA of sorts around shrapnel and his understanding of it. Go ahead, take it over, Ogre.
Well, we rolled it back in, I remember. So it's actually happening at 8 my time. Oh, it is 9 Eastern then. Yep, never mind. Ignore my face. Sorry. I was like, it's not at 9, it's at 8 o'clock my time. But you said
the Filipino Asian math part of my head started boiling.
It's kind of early.
This is not incorrect.
It's early. Trust the banker when he talks about numbers.
Yeah, the math.
All right. So basically, it's an AMA. There's a really cool new first-person shooter coming out that looks very, very promising. Very strong team. Really good communication. Graphics look dope. And best part is it's built. It's working, right? They're going to have a beta, a playable beta that will be launching within like the next month sometime. And actually, if you want to go back one page, if you want to jump in, that's where you go right there, shrapnel.com, buy now, and you buy one of their extraction packs, right? 3 different levels, heavy, medium, and light. I actually have some mediums to give away, but each one of those will be able to allow you to play in the beta. You must purchase at least one of those if you want to play in the beta, and you can only have one of each of those. And those will, once you drop into the game and they have it playing, those will provide you with an operator NFT, or I'm sorry, an operator skin, not an operator NFT. Those are separate and not playable in the game. Those are like the Genesis NFTs they used to raise some interest in money pre-launch. But these will drop. If you look, it shows you get a choice of 3 meth operators, which are the ones you'll be needed, that will be required to play in game, as well as a gear pack. They said weapons and armor and stuff will be NFTs, and you may get some of that in those packs. That hasn't been totally clear exactly what they're doing. Oh, excuse me, but yeah. You can get some free ones of those for the squad if you are in the squad, and you got to have that mythic squad in your name if you're going to get something from the squad. So just throw that out there.
So you can have a light, a medium, and a heavy?
You sure can.
Okay. I just want to
each.
Sure, it
and then
wasn't one or the other.
3
Yeah.
operators and a whole bunch of consumables for the first time. Excuse me. Their Discord has a lot of information. Dragonfly! Woo!
Dragonfly Tales.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh,
He said nope.
oh, where'd he
Too
go?
funny.
Audio. It looked like he was in a completely different setting. I think, like I said, I think it's a holiday in Italy. So, or
It
it
may
is
well
a
be.
holiday in Italy. I don't know what the holiday is.
I have no clue.
Let's find out.
But either
Oh,
way, I definitely got some free packs for some pack members to bring them in so that you guys can join the squad. There's lots of information. Man, these guys made comic books, like digital comic books with NFTs and alternate covers. They've got their operators as NFTs, all sorts of cool stuff. So we'll talk about that later, and I'll kind of give everybody links to lowdown, and we'll have like a little mini AMA and a giveaway. You there now, Dragonfly Tales? What's up, brother? Ciao.
Buongiorno.
Ciao tutti, ciao. Hello, hello.
hello. You came in right as we're closing to bullish us out, I see.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
buddy.
All right. We're gonna close us out. Dragonfly, any updates that you got for the good people of the kingdom before we head out?
If you already talk about the MA, I think, yeah, the biggest update of this week is finally we are seeing some good price action moving, and it's okay. And I don't know, have you ever mentioned the MA?
Oh yeah, like 3 times now. So
I think the big yesterday's AMA was so happy and talking and fun. Not so many alphas, but I was interested in the crystal stuff. Okay, yesterday at the AMA, they said we are finishing to mine crystals. So basically, we have around 2 millions left. So it's changing a little bit the way the rewards of the game will be distributed among the players. So we still have some rewards for gardening, but less burning, less reward. But the good news is that crystal already minted. Do you say minted or minted?
Minted. You were right.
I said minted, but mint is the is the ring. Okay, and already minted 248 millions, I think, and 7 millions burn. And so basically in 1 month, I think crystal will become deflationary, really deflationary, and I love this news.
yeah, we're there.
I didn't know that, so I was very happy when I listened to it.
Right. That's why I bought a couple thousand crystal after that, and then it had a little pump. Hopefully there's no course corrections today. All right, y'all.
I
Thanks
think
for waking the fuck up with the Mythic Squad. I know it. What holiday is it in Italy?
It's a holiday for Mary, Jesus' mother.
Oh, Feast of Immaculate Conception.
Yeah.
Are you having turkey, or is that for Christmas only?
But is the holiday where all the families meet to build the Christmas tree. And here we have presepe. That is a very important tradition. I don't know if you know presepe, what is. And I don't know the English word for presepe, but it is a sort of building of the Jesus.
The nativity set.
Yes. Okay. The nativity set. Yeah. Thank you. And the families, yes, build up all the Christmas stuff around the houses, and out of the houses and inside the houses. In Italy, from Immaculate Conception to Christmas, the houses are a sort of a disco party, all the lights.
Great. That's awesome.
Love it.
Wow.
Christmas tree and so on. It's nice.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for waking to fuck up with the Mythic Squad. Tune in next week, where I'll be on vacation for a long time. So expect a lot more content and some new things coming from the Mythic Squad very soon.
Oh man,
Whoop, wrong one.
sensational.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Keep it mythic and have a mythic weekend.
The Mythic Squad, the People's Guild, a passion for making monsters.